Today we'll be talking about part of a map. The first thing we're going to be talking about is the scale. As you can see, we have a map here and here. Both of them different sizes, they're in a different scale. We cannot fit the entire state of Texas on a piece of paper. Not even the city of Irving. Not even your desk on a piece of paper. That's why we draw things on scale. That means we take the real size and we make it a little bit smaller. So in this case, on this map, it's showing that 1 centimeter on this map is equals to 150 real miles, or 1 centimeter equals 160 kilometers. On the bottom map, we have a scale of 1 inch is equals to 20 miles, and 1 centimeter equals to 13 kilometers. So if I were to draw or measure 1 centimeter, I have to multiply that times 20, and it's going to give me the number of real miles in the real world. Same thing here. If I measure 1 inch on this map, then it's going to be equals to 150 miles in the real world. So if you have a map and you see the scale, you can always measure it and figure out the real distance between one place and the other. All right? The compass rose on your map tells you north, south, east, and west. So directions on a map tells you where something, if something is north, if something is south, something is east or west. All right? So most maps, if not all, will have this. We also have maps with a grid system. What is a grid system? Well, a grid system is this lines that you see. You have vertical lines going up and down, and you have lines that are going to side. So what are those lines for? Well, what if I were to ask you, where is the horse statue on this map? So if you start looking for it, you might probably say that it's in the middle, but it doesn't really help me because the middle is all this part here, or it could be all this part here. But what if you were to say, Mr. Gonzalez is on Z3? Well, there it is. There's the horse statue on C3 in that little square. It helps me find things a little bit faster if I know where to look for. What if I ask you for the lake and you say, the lake is right here. So where would it be? B1. Yes. So what if you say, how come we don't say 1B? Well, there's certain rules for reading a grid. And the rule for reading a grid is you always go across first, side to side, and then you go up or down. So in this case, we would have to go left to right and then top to bottom because that's the way the numbers go in order to tell where something is. So we would go B and then down 1 to find out where that is. What if I ask you, where is the forest? Well, you would have to go then. Remember, we're going side to side. A, because that's where the forest is. And then it's in number 2. Okay? So just so you can get used to the grids, they're going to be on maps, and they help us find something on a map. It makes it a lot easier. Don't forget that the rule is going first side to side, and then up and down to tell you where something is. Then we have symbols on a map. Can you figure out what the symbols mean? Some of them may be easy to figure out, others a little bit confusing, but give you some time to think about it, see if you can figure it out. You can pause the video if you want, or just let it keep going. Some of the symbols are easy to figure out, others are a little bit more difficult. So why would people put symbols? Well, they put symbols because they don't want to write the whole word out, and they want to make it easy to identify. So what if I can figure it out, Mr. Gonzalez? Well, when you can figure it out, usually maps that have symbols will have also this, a map legend. And the legend is basically an explanation of what the symbols mean. They will tell you. So whenever you see that symbol, you'll be like, oh, okay, I get it. Then that little rectangle, it's a parking lot. And whenever I see this, that means there's going to be a large bridge, and so on. Whenever you see those things, then you'll be able to figure it out. So those are our geographical tools, our map legend, the symbols, the grid, the compass rose, and scale, which will help us figure out things on a map. Make sure to be aware of them, learn them, know what they mean and what their function is, because we're going to be using them a lot in social studies. All right? Have a great day.